Hi YouTubers, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing some really fabulous baked bananas in a citrus sauce. It's incredibly easy to do. It's brilliant if you've got a dinner party or a few friends coming over, and you can just bung these in the oven and then you serve it with some delicious sweetened whipped coconut cream. Here's how I do it. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need is bananas. Obviously, the riper the better. I like to take them out of their skins first. I find them easier to cut that way. And we're going to cut them lengthways and then put them into a baking dish. 3 should do it, that's plenty. Depends how many people you're serving, but I usually serve 2 each, so this will serve 3 people. Just be a little bit careful when you're cutting them. Part like that. Just arrange them in your dish. Next thing that you need to do is make your sauce, and for this you're going to need an orange. This is a really vibrant citrus sauce, and it goes really well with all the cinnamon and star anise that we're going to add as well. So the juice of 1 orange. I also like to add rum to this sauce. I'm not doing that today, but that's also a really lovely addition. A little tip for your lime, I like to give it a little roll on the chopping board before juicing it, because then you get a lot more juice out of it. Next we're going to add our sweetener. So I've got some maple syrup here. I can open it, there we go. Maple syrup, just a splish, tablespoon. And some date syrup. This is so unctuous and thick, and yeah, just really thickens the sauce up. Again, about 1 or 2 tablespoons of that. That's up to you. I'm going to give that a little whisk. And you can see it just gives a fabulous dark colour. And that's going to seep into all the bananas as they're baking. Wonderful. Alright, so let's just set that aside. Go back to our bananas. So you could just drizzle over some maple syrup or date syrup at this stage, but I'm going to go straight in and put some brown sugar. If you're trying to avoid sugar, obviously you can just sub it with whatever sweetener you like, but I just really love how the brown sugar caramelizes on the banana. Not too much, just a little bit like that. And we're going to break in 1 cinnamon stick. You can just like place it however, and a couple of star anise, like so. And we've got a little bit of nutmeg here as well. Not too much. We're actually going to use the nutmeg to serve it as well, so go easy on that. And then we're going to pour over our sauce. And then I've got the oven preheating to 180 degrees. We're going to pop this in and leave it for about 20 minutes until the sauce starts to bubble and the bananas really soak up all that delicious marinade. Right, so now we're going to make our whipped coconut cream. What I normally do is place a can of full fat, very important, full fat coconut cream in the fridge and overnight. And you'll see that it's completely solid on top. And then I just kind of scoop out the hard bit into a bowl. And once you hit the liquid, then you just stop. That'll do us for now. There's still quite a bit in there, but we don't need it all. My hands. And then we're going to add a little bit of vanilla fresh vanilla. You could use extract if you wanted. But I love seeing the little seeds in there. And there's not too much. And also a little bit of sweetener. I'm going to go for maple syrup because I like it super sweet. Again, not too much because we don't want the consistency of the cream to be too runny. And I'm also going to grate in a little bit of nutmeg. I'll do it. Alrighty, so, and you'll notice that different coconut milks, they vary quite wildly, and so sometimes you might put it in the fridge and the consistency might not be how you imagine it to be, but it's quite a temperamental ingredient, and also each brand is entirely different. This one is quite grainy, so I'm not sure we're going to get it completely smooth, but we'll give it a good bash. And that's it. So I'm going to put that in the fridge for, well, as long as possible really, but until the bananas are baked, and then we're going to spin it over the top. As you can see, the sauce has really been absorbed into those bananas. They've turned a beautiful sort of dark golden, glossy colour. So I'm going to serve them up now onto just a little plate. And they will be quite fragile, so don't worry about it if they break apart. That's par for the course really. Just gorgeous. Okay, I'm not going to waste any of that sauce either. Just pour that over. Pour that over. Gorgeous. Yeah, just a little bit stir anise just there. And I'm going to grate over a little bit of nutmeg. Final flourish. And there you have it. Just a really easy dessert or breakfast dish, however you prefer to have it. Like I said, I would let it cool probably for a little bit, otherwise the coconut cream will just melt, but it's gorgeous either way. I'm going to go straight in, taste a little bit. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Really, it's just sweet, almost sticky, that sauce, real punch and kick from the citrus. And that date syrup and maple syrup is just enough, obviously with a little sprinkling of brown sugar, which has really caramelized the bananas. Delicious. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back and visit my channel again soon. Bye!